A Cushman? Is it a Cushman? Here. It's a 1953 Mustang delivery cycle. And then look at this little thing. A 65 Harley with scooter. I didn't know Harleys made scooters. Crazy. Oh, look, the bat bike.
Oh my gosh.
The 1966 BatCycle.
And a bat skiboat.
Yep.
Ski boat.
Oh wow. That's one of the four. That is one of the 4 66 BatCycles from a Yamaha Catalina. The bat boat. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. Here's one of the. That's the bat ski boats for the Batman
That's
Rescue.
gotta be that.
This
That's crazy.
One of the BatMobiles. Oh, by the way, guys, one of the cool things I saw today was Florida Highway Patrol has a marked Florida Highway Patrol Hellcat. I didn't have my camera up in time to pass it, but it was at a speed trap. It had 2 of the regular Dodge Highway Patrol cars there, Dodge Chargers, and it had a full decorated Florida Highway Patrol Hellcat there too.
Keep right onto the exit.
Hi.
Hey guys, so we are at the Tallahassee Automotive Museum, I think it's called. We'll find out exactly what it's called. But check out the BB King, IB King, California. Here's another. I don't even know what this is. This is like a trailer.
Oh yeah.
That hooks up to with a Cadillac front end. Look at this thing. Rockin' Caddy Daddy. Music video disc jockey, the Elvis Mobile. So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean.
You have arrived at your destination. On the right, route guidance is now finished.
Wow, look at that.
Look, they have a death, or one of the TIE fighters from.
Wow, what is that?
It's a TIE fighter from Star Wars, like the bad guys. This parking lot's pretty cool, guys. This did not exist years ago when I was a student at Florida State. Wow, look at that crazy long. That's a long motorhome over there. That's pretty cool. All right. Oh. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's head in. They've got rat rods and all kinds of stuff here. Are you coming in? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi.
Hey guys, so we are at the Tallahassee Automotive Museum, I think it's called. We'll find out exactly what it's called. But check out the BB King, IB King, California. Here's another. I don't even know what this is. This is like a trailer.
Oh yeah.
That hooks up to with a Cadillac front end. Look at this thing. Rockin' Caddy Daddy. Music video disc jockey, the Elvis Mobile. 57. This was not a Cadillac owned by Elvis. This was developed as a traveling Elvis themed DJ sound system from the 1990s to 2000s. Crazy, crazy. Look at this thing. Dude, people put a lot of work into this.
That's wild, isn't it?
That is insane. That is cool, and it has a trailer that goes with it. That's like a 73 Caddy back there with a 57 or 58 Caddy back end. And this looks like a, what, 75 Eldorado, 74? Crazy. And then what do we got here? 1800s covered wagon. So I'm talking, I guess that's the very first of the vehicles. And then we've got a rat rod right here. The 400 with a blown 400 on it. Nice. Model A 1930s rat rod. Very cool. Very cool. Insane. All right, time to go inside. Welcome to the Tucker room. All right, guys, let's go inside and check this out. The Tallahassee Automobile Museum. Where? Oh, look at that gorgeous bike. All right, guys, let's find out. So, hey, fellas. Oh, yeah, it's just. So, hey, fellas. Yep. So, when we go into a lot of these places, if it was owned by the government, then we go in for free. But when you're talking about private places like that, they need every dollar they get. So we usually always pay to go into these museums, even though we're putting them up on the website. So don't think just because you see 100 places we go, because we want to support the people, just like you guys should support these places. So, all right, so there's a whole mess of things here. We got model cars, we've got TV cars, we got race cars, we've got old cars, new cars. So we got April on her phone because April doesn't really give a crap about cars, but she lets me go and do this. Unless she finds one she thinks is really cool when we go a couple places.
Yeah, sometimes.
All right, and they have some motorcycles here, so let's just get started. So we've got a Duesenberg, 1931 Duesenberg. One of the most expensive, most famous cars ever made. These things were basically factory race cars back when there was no such thing as a factory race car. So that was pretty cool. And then you have a Cord, another one of these real expensive custom made. If you were somebody that was a movie star or something, that's what you drove, was these type Duesenbergs, Cords. So just, and an Auburn, and we've actually found other Auburns. If you remember when we went to Naples, we found another Auburn, and it has a boat. It should be a boat tail. Yeah, it's a boat tail Auburn. See how the golf clubs, there's a container just for golf clubs. Beautiful Packard. And then over here we've got, let's see, a 39 Ford Special Roadster. This is a Ford Roadster, Amelia Island Concourse car. And these things were basically the very first American sports cars in 1939. And this was handcrafted in Britain for Ford. So they weren't really used in the United States. They were basically used over in England. So, oh, what do we got here? 93 to 99. Oh, national championship. This is when I was here. So that was the year I was here in 93 at FSU. So I will not talk too much about Florida State University, guys, except that there's a whole bunch of Florida State University stuff here because this is the home of Florida State University. They also have a ton of pianos.
Oh, geez.
which for some reason they've got a collection of pianos in here and guns and police badges. So crazy. We're gonna walk through here because it's very rare that we mix pianos with cars, but this time we will. Let's see. A white gold piano. I know nothing about pianos. A Steinway piano. I know they're supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Another Steinway piano. I don't know who played any of these pianos. Is that Donnie and Marie? I don't know who these people are. Anyway, these are piano things. The Blues Brothers stuff. All kinds of dolls for those who are into dolls. So if you want to bring your family here, they can look at all these. There's like a whole doll collection here. A whole miniature collection of models and stuff. We've got one of the original Ford Skull cars here. Let's see, whose NASCAR is this Thunderbird? So it's a 93 Winston Cup. Let's see, this was a Brickyard 400 car from 1994. And Rick Mast. So Rick Mast got this Skull car. Nice. So 1994, if we look inside, you can see there wasn't a lot of room back then. And you're basically, back then, even though they didn't have the Hans device for your neck at the time, because that didn't come out till 2000, but you can see there's your MSD ignition systems. You've got your cold air blowing in through these vents. The vents here take the cold air, blow it in, try to get the air out, because you would normally have a window here. That's why these are all here. And there is not a lot of room to sit in there. This still has the engine in it. Here is Abraham Lincoln's. Is this the Abraham Lincoln? This may actually be Abraham Lincoln's funeral car. Let's see. Nope. This is it. This is an 1860s. Strong car. What?
Seriously? That's the gun used to assassinate?
This is the gun used to assassinate. Oh, it's a replica. It says replica.
Oh, this is the funeral car.
There's the funeral train.
Wow.
And this is an 1860 funeral horse-drawn hearse. Pretty crazy. Couple old jukeboxes. And then, of course, we've back to the cars again. So we've got dual quad blown. Looks like a Ford. 56 Ford F100. We've got a 59 Caddy. Now this car here, I've taught you guys before. My uncle had one that was all black. He had a 58 and a 59. We used to call it the BatMobile when we were kids because we would all ride in the back. And my Uncle Bill was totally cool because instead of leaning out the window, he used to lean to like the middle. And he would just sit there like this and drive, and we'd all be in the back. And it was all black. So we used to call it the BatMobile. Here's another Cadillac. 53 Caddy convertible. And here's another 53 Eldorado convertible. So these are both cars of the same year, just different trim levels. All right, we're gonna head up. You want to sit? You want to walk? We're gonna walk down here. Where?
Look at the everything on it.
Okay, when we come around, we'll see it. So we're just gonna take a walk around. And just, I mean, this place is just full of model cars. Model cars, model cars, model cars. Tons of model cars. So, yep, you got a 53 dual quad street rod truck. And a 1920 case touring car, 7-passenger. This was $2,500 back in the day. There's only 100 of these case cars known to exist. 23 Packard model 126, 5-passenger touring car. A couple touring cars here, and that's 1928 Model A. 31 Ford Model A. Another 31 Ford Model A. This is the Roadster Deluxe. This was only $475 when it was new. We've got a 1900 Snell. So Frank Snell was a blacksmith in New York, and he designed his own cars. And we have a Stanley steamer up there, another steamer, a 1893 Duryea replica of that, a 1901 Knox Model B. So these are a whole bunch of early automobiles. A
$600.
1907 International Runabout, $600.
At the time.
At the time, yeah. Not now. It's a little bit more than not that now. We've got a 32 Ford Model 18 Phaeton. And the Phaetons are like those classic, you know, mobster 1931 Al Capone type cars. A Cabriolet Deluxe 32 Ford. Another 32 Ford Cabriolet. That's the standard. That's a deluxe. We've got a Florida Sentinel of Safety State Highway Patrol car. So this is a 1940 Highway Patrol, Florida Highway Patrol car. So, and you only see a couple little lights on the front of these. And let's see, we've got an electric, an E. So this is the Babcock Electric Model 12. So this is one of the first electric cars. And a 1960 Ford Model T, a 14 Model T. There's a lot of cars here, guys, so stick with me. We've got a 36 DeSoto and a 37 Packard Model 115C Business Coupe. So a lot of times business coupes did not come with passenger seats. So they wouldn't use the passenger seat because it was a business coupe so they could sleep, or they would stretch out. So a 1912 Ford Model T, a 1913 Carnation Tourer for $520 in 1913. A Carnation. A Scripps Booth Model C Roadster. Notice a lot of names you don't know right now. Well, so up there is a Torpedo Runabout.
1911. Wow.
So 1911 Torpedo Runabout. Almost looks like a fire engine.
Looks like a chitty chitty bang bang to me.
Chitty chitty bang. Now, here's a Series 1 Shelby. We featured the only Series 1 Shelby, and we have a video. I'll put the link to it. If you want to see the only Series 1 Shelby that actually has a 427 in it, we have it. We've talked to the owner. He lives down Naples. We've already detailed that car. But this is another, this is a 1999 Shelby Series 1. This was, it doesn't say which car this was, but there was only 249 of them produced. A couple of T-Birds here, a sedan delivery. Beautiful Woody wagon right here. 36 Ford Model 68 station wagon. And the 39 Model 91 convertible. Here's a Crossley Truck from 1941. Now, if you notice, there's not a lot of 1940s and 41s vehicles because during the war years, they didn't make a lot. Most of the U.S. manufacturers were building bombers and tanks and everything else. So when we see a 1941, 42, 43 vehicle, a lot of times they are from companies that we're not familiar with. So this is a Power Crossley of Cincinnati, Ohio. So he built this. We have another Crossley Super convertible. And this is one of these strange 53 Chevy Corvette commemorative editions that came out in 2003. So they're basically a C6 with a weirded out 53 Chevy Corvette vibe to them. All right. We've got Mercury Cougar, or I'm sorry, a Mercury Club Coupe. We've got the Ford Etzel Ranger. We've got a little 79 Rolls-Royce Corniche Coupe. Base price on these was about $130,000. You could actually pick them up probably for about $15,000 to $20,000 now if you want one of the 70s. But you're normally gonna have to put a ton of money into it. That's why they're not that expensive anymore. 48 Lincoln Continental convertible, nice. We've got a couple over here. We've got a 57 Chevy Bel Air. We've got the 56 Nomad. Nomads are not the same as a two-door wagon, for those who aren't familiar too much. We have a 55 Chevy Bel Air Coupe. We've got a 48 Tucker. If you want to watch a really good movie, watch the 48 Tucker. Tucker's, one thing about a Tucker is Tucker wanted to put seat belts. These were supposed to be the cars of the future, the car safety cars, everything else. That's why they had the third headlight. The headlights turned with the wheels. It was really cool. Tucker wanted to, and he made his name for himself designing the ball turrets for bombers. That's what he did during the war. Was he actually, what he originally did was he designed an armored car that had a ball turret in it. The Army didn't want the armored car because it went so fast, it was outrunning the infantry, which they didn't want at the time. But the design of the ball turret was such a futuristic design that they actually used the ball turret guns, and they went into like B-25s, B-24s, B-17s, the bombers. Then he decided he wanted to design these cars. He was really shut down by the big three. It was a big scam. If they said, there's a really great movie called Tucker that you can watch. I think Jeff Bridges is in it. But he was the first person that wanted to put seat belts in a car. And when he went to go to do it, the investor said they can't put seat belts in it because if they put seat belts in it, people will think they're doing it because it's an unsafe car. So that's why they didn't put seat belts in it. But very rare cars. Tucker is super, super rare. And this is a 48 Tucker. They are just crazy to find. So we've got the 48 Lake Convertible A. So we've seen that already here. We've got a 50 Packard Super 8. That looks like it's original paint because if you look at it, it's been buffed, but it definitely looks like an original paint. 50 Cosmopolitan Street Rod. You can tell it's a street rod. It's been lowered. The headlights have been Frenched in. It's got louvers on the hood. 57 Buick Roadmaster Convertible. These things were classics. Very desirable cars at the time. These were $4,000 in the 50s, which was a lot of money at the time. This is the 1994 49 Ford Thunderbird Bird in a Box. It was a conversion just to kind of celebrate. 49 Ford Custom Coupe Convertible. A 51 Custom Victoria. Only $1,925. Now compare the $1,925 for the 51 Ford versus the price of the olds down there, or the Buick, I'm sorry.
Never heard of it.
What's that? A Kaiser, yes. Kaiser Darren. So Kaiser Darrens were just known as Darrens. And these were American sports cars. They were the first one equipped with fiberglass body and doors. And back in the 50s, nobody knew, or nobody really used, other than the Corvette, nobody in 54 was using fiberglass. He built this with fiberglass, very cool shapes and stuff. Wasn't that, they only made about 435 of them. And then he lost his assembly facilities in a freak snowstorm, which ruined 50 of the cars. So they were made for 1 year. And of course, right next to it's the 56 Corvette, which everybody is aware of. And there's another Corvette and another Corvette, another Corvette. So what, we got 67. I think the white one, what, 67, 66. Here's a 64. This is a 66. And what one is this? 66. Okay, so you have a 66 there as well. So we have a couple Corvettes. So the world of fiberglass came in. And the slide, you can see the doors on the side, how they slide in and out. So they were very cool, very ahead of their time. Mother Nature didn't like the car, so Mother Nature wrecked their plant. So what is this? A blacksmith's horse? Wow. Very cool. That's all made of car parts. Huh. We've got a Lincoln, 1928 Lincoln there. And we're going to head around here as we go past the Packard and the boat tail again. Check out the little toy Duesenberg. And of course, one of my favorite cars, Corvettes C3. This is a totally custom C3. So this was built for $350,000. Wow, build price in 2007. But it's got a blown motor in it. Pretty sweet. And then of course we have a street rod here. Got the part of the side of the front end there. Everything closed. Everything is really cool. So we've got one of the Hot Wheels versions of the Copo Hot Wheels. I don't know if this is, it says Copo. The Hot Wheels, okay, so this was a Hot Wheels 50th anniversary drag strip edition. So it was not street legal. This is a lot like the Ford Mustangs that they use that are only sold to race teams. So this one here has an ATI Racing TH400, Hurst Quick Stick, Strange Engineering 9-bolt, and a 350 cubic inch 580 horsepower V8, which is funny because in 2018 that was crazy, but then you saw the Demon come out and you saw some of the other ones come out with 1,000 horsepower, and it's just getting ridiculous. But the Cobra jets, these were basically made because Ford has made the Cobra jet, which is a Mustang factory drag car. And of course the Demon came out, that was Mopar's factory drag car. So they came out with a Copo Hot Wheels edition Camaro. So pretty sweet though. Here's a couple street rods, a 66 Ford Mustang Dragster. So we've got a 65 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport Custom. So this was actually a really 65 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport from an authentic factory built Grand Sport. So crazy that somebody would take a real Grand Sport that's worth a couple $1 million and turn it into this, but maybe it was beyond recognition when they got it. We've got a 92, the Dodge Viper RT10. We've got a couple Nova Super Sports, 69 RSSS Camaro. My favorite car in the world right here is the 1970 Chevelle Super Sport. I don't care if it's a 427 396 car, that's a 454 car, but it's a big block. I like gold with black stripes, but I would take this one in a heartbeat.
Right next to mine.
Right next to April's first car. Yep. That her dad built her. Her dad used to race cars. Custom built oil pans and everything in her car, which she then got rid of and got an RX-7. Yes, we won't talk of that. But the 69 Plymouth Roadrunner. Yours was this color blue?
Yeah.
Not
the black.
Not the black, but you had, this was the blue that you had. Yeah. So in high school, this was her high school.
Had the gas tank in the trunk.
Yeah, her dad had put a fuel cell in it.
Click shift on the floor.
There she goes. Yep, she knew all that stuff. Crazy, huh? So then here's one of these 2010 Chevy Camaros that they change into Trans Ams. You can order these from a company that converts them to a Trans Am, even though Pontiac doesn't exist anymore. And so this is one of them. You've probably seen pictures of them or maybe some in magazines or whatever. But there you go. That is Trans Am. It's got the TA thing on the hood and everything else. And then here's another one. So 2010 Chevy Camaro Trans Am. They basically made these from a company called Trans Am Depot. And here's a, I think this is what, an 81 maybe? 79. Okay, 79 Trans Am. So they basically take your Camaro donor car and then they completely make it look like a Pontiac Trans Am. And there's another Trans Am, the silver anniversary one, and another one at the top there. So here's another 69 AMC Javelin SST. And these cars here were 2,600 new. And depending on what they are, you guys have seen I mean, 130,000 of you have watched the video of the guy who has a whole ton of these in the back. But very cool cars. This is an SST. If it doesn't have a back seat, it could be an AMX. Some AMXs were the full size, some AMXs weren't. Here's a nice GTO, 69 GTO convertible. Sweet car. And here's a GTO Judge. This is a real Judge. So this was named after Here Come the Judge and the Rowan and Martin Laugh-In. By the way, Rowan and Martin, the reason Pontiac and all got into this was Rowan and Martin, even though the TV show and stuff, they also road raced. They raced at the 24 Hours in Le Mans and everything else. They were really into racing. This Corvette actually, so there's a C6. So this Corvette here, which I believe is the 82, yep, 82 collector edition. I wanted one of these so bad when they were new, and I had a couple C3s, but I never had this one. I always thought that was such a beautiful, beautiful car.
I want that one because it matches my toaster.
This is the, April wants it, not only because it was in Back to the Future, but it matches her toaster. So that's a DeLorean, which, by the way, most people don't realize a stock DeLorean could barely hit 80 miles an hour, let alone 88 in the movie. They actually had to boost it. They didn't realize how slow those cars are. Contrary, the Ford GTs that you see up there, well, those things are slightly faster, let's just say. All right, so remember I was talking about the Cobra jet. So this is a 71 Mustang Mach 1 Cobra jet. So these things they only make about 30 or 40 of these a year. They are factory drag cars. And that's what this is. And you actually had to be a race car team to buy one. So very cool. So we've walked all around down here so far. And I'm hoping you guys are enjoying. Now, why am I going so thorough with this? Well, because every time I don't, you guys go, oh, you walked past this or you walked past that. Like this Nova Ss. Gorgeous car. Gold. Favorite. Love gold with black interior. It's a Chevy Nova Ss 71. Same body style as the 68. 68's when they stopped calling them a Chevy 2. This is a 66, which is still the Chevy 2. That was when they were just Novas at that time. By the way, I think the reason they don't call them Novas in Mexico was because I think Nova means no-go.
Nova means don't go.
Don't go. And so they were really having a problem selling those. And so they changed their name when they were in Mexico. All right, folks. We are going to head upstairs. This is a very cool place. If you get to Tallahassee, if you're here like I am because I went to FSU, but if you're somebody who just wants to visit or you're in town because it's a state capital, or you're just shooting down to Disney World, definitely it's right off of I-10. It's a super easy stop. It is right off of the exit. I mean, I walk outside, you can see the exit. It's closer than the gas stations are to the exit to I-10. So if you're in I-10 near Tallahassee, get off the exit, come in here. Looks like there's some camping or way at least park the camper here out front. Check this place out.
Look at all the sports cards.
Wow. So they have tons of baseball cards, football cards. They've got jerseys here, golf clubs.
I like all the Steinways the best.
You love the
There
pianos.
are some awesome Steinways.
So I don't know anything about pianos, but April, who does play piano, says there's some really awesome Steinways here. So you got tons of golf clubs. I don't play golf. Well, I've played golf, but the hardest thing with my golf game is getting through the windmill blades at the end. So that's how well I play golf. All right, so yeah, we got all kinds of clubs, balls. We've got all kinds of FSU signed memorabilia, football memorabilia here. Putters, 1950 stuff. So this is a car place, but it's also a collection of just, it's like kind of like a guy collection of stuff. What? They got stamp books. Tons of stamp books. I don't know. Let's walk down and see what else they got. They've got coin collections. They've got pocket knife collections. There's more cars here, guys, but we're just pocket knife collections, hunting knife collections. Really rare.
Wow.
Well, there you go. You got NASCAR hunting knife collections. There's a mix. We've got John Deere stuff. You've got Case Coca-Cola stuff. Everything you've ever collected or seen somebody collect. Car trophies.
All these trophies.
Up here. All kinds of trophies. All kinds of stuff. Pretty crazy. And
look at all those radios.
got old
mackerel.
we got to go through.
My brother would love those.
So radios, old radios.
Wow,
Look at those down there.
Holy man.
They got tons of old radios, and it says what each one is, from the 40s to 30s. All kinds of stuff in here. So, and just all kinds. They are? Cool. And then he's got collections of toy trucks. I don't even get that. Hot Wheel collections, train collection, boat collection, toy collection, motorcycle collections. Oh, train collections. They got train Hess truck collections.
Look at all these old toys.
That's what I'm saying. They got everything in here.
Wow.
Model airplane, model cars, dealers cars. They got old metal toys in here. They got all these, just all kinds of stuff. They got all these old metal vehicles up here. Just tons of stuff. Old Tonka trucks. All right. So we also have real motorcycles. Guys, to be honest with you, I love the sheriff's bike.
I know, that's
The
pretty
2006 sheriff's bike, Harley Davidson. I know nothing about motorcycles other than how to ride them and dump them in the middle of the woods when I was doing dirt bike riding. But I don't know much about them. Although there's a Ninja 600. That's the one that was in the movie Top Gun.
Indian 500.
And then they got a whole bunch of antique bicycles up there. Here's antique, I'm thinking they're antique
Slot machines.
60s.
Look at all the slot machines.
Wow. And then 59, 60, they have motor scooters here. A 57 motor scooter, 56 Cushman. A BSA, I know this is an older BSA, like a 70s maybe, 60s.
Oh, there's an Indian.
It's 6970 right there.
That's a big Indian.
47 Indian High Chief motorcycle, crazy. Payphones, nuts that they have payphones here. Let's see, a couple Harleys and everything else. Just if you're into motorcycles, and we're gonna fish up on the cars, but we just want to check the bikes out for you guys.
What is that? So it doesn't tip over at the race?
That's Evel Knievel's motorcycle.
Ooh, the thing on the back.
Where? Over here?
Yeah, see the thing on the
That
back?
says Destroyer. It was a Harley Davidson Destroyer race bike. Evel Knievel's motorcycle. Wow. Crazy.
Oh, it just gives the appearance.
Crazy. A 97 Boss Haas. What is that? A Cushman? Is it a Cushman? Here. It's a
Mustang.
1953 Mustang
Delivery cycle.
cycle. And then look at this little thing.
I know.
A 65 Harley with scooter. I didn't know Harleys made scooters. Crazy. Oh, look, the
Whizzer.
the Bat bike.
Oh my gosh.
The 1966 BatCycle.
And a bat ski-boat.
Yep.
Ski boat.
Oh wow. That's one of the four. That is one of the 4 66 BatCycles from a Yamaha Catalina. The Bat boat. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. Here's one of the. That's the Bat ski boats for the Batman
That's gotta be
Rescue.
that.
This
That's crazy.
one of the BatMobiles. Which one is this? This
Oh, look at the thing on that. Look right there. Look at that.
wow.
That's insane.
1992 Batman Returns car. There were 5. This is the one with Michael Keaton, and this was car number 2. So this cost $225,000, and it really drove.
This one was 2.8 million.
This is 2.8 million.
1995 BatMobile.
The 19 from Batman Forever. Wow. The Batman Forever. And you can kind of look and see it's got fake engine parts behind the grille, so it looks probably on screen using when they were driving it. That would make the appearance of a Bat car, Batmobile, or the engine, and of course that engine, and then of course one of the original Batmobiles. And oh, this is actually a replica. Those are real. This is a replica. There's the Bat boat.
Yeah, hydrofoil.
Bat hydrofoil. So, and this one is a replica of the 1960s car.
Oh, pretty good.
Crazy, crazy. What's this? Moore's Mercantile.
Mercantile.
Mercantile. So this is
Old stuff.
an old mercantile store. Okay, truth be told, I have no idea what a mercantile store is.
Mercantile means store.
Oh, mercantile means store, according to April, who has, since she's a doctor, I'll listen to her. I just have a bachelor's degree, and it's in film, so I can play somebody smart on TV.
Halfway.
Sort of. As April says, I can kind of fake being smart about half the time. Oh, look, there's April's second car.
Oh, stop. I never smashed.
So, this is a Tucker stunt car.
Yep.
So, the Tucker, the man's dream, this was from that movie. So, this is a stunt car that was actually made to roll over in the film. It was originally a 51 Studebaker
It's got double
Commando.
roll cage
Okay.
stuff in there.
I was going to say, I can't.
Double cover roll cage.
Yeah. This was the actual car that was made to roll. It wasn't a real Tucker. It was made to look like a Tucker. So they didn't wreck a Tucker for the movie. But you can see the cage in there and everything else.
Should I give it to him?
Yep. Just hand it to him. So. And we've got, what are all those? Those are those, what you call it? Aren't those dolls that you would, what were the ones? Cabbage Patch, maybe? I don't know.
No, these are way older than those. Those are way older than the
Oh, then a Cabbage Patch.
baby stuff.
So we've got, over here, we've got an Avante. We've got us a Cadillac Convertible. One of the 88 Alante convertibles. And right here, a 2000 Plymouth Prowler. Brand new. Looks brand new. All right, we're on battery number 2. Sorry, guys. So I think this is a 73 convertible Mustang. Really nice. Automatic. 73 Ford Mustang convertible. There you go. Most people don't realize they did not have a Mach 1 for 73. So if you ever see a 73 convertible Mach 1, they had Mach 1s for 73, but not for 73 convertibles. So if you ever see one, it's not real. Ah, one of the famous Amphicar. So these things are actually boats with wheels, and you can float and drive them on water. It's a 66 Amphicar. And it normally has a little propeller under there. Yep, it's got 2 of them. So you can see the 2 propellers under there. Now this, I think, is the African Queen. Puff the Magic Dragon. If it's the African Queen, let's see. Okay, it's the replica. It looks like the replica because the real one I know is down in the Keys, because we used that on a TV show that I did for Travel Channel many years ago. We did, but very cool. Here's some other stuff, Native American boats, canoes, dugout canoes, various other boats. There is no way I would ever ride in these boats, but I don't have the guts to do that. Sorry guys. I'll fly in jet airplanes, I'll race cars, but I'm not doing that on a boat because you just die. Here's a ton collection for all you fishermen of outboard motors.
And boats and lures.
And boats and lures and outboard motors and lures along the back wall. This is not your typical car automotive. And then we have a pedal power racetrack with pedal cars. Pretty cool. Very cool pedal power race cars. And then of course we have some more cars. So we've got really nice, what is this, 31 Ford panel sedan. Absolutely, I like panel sedans better actually than Deuce Coupes. Personally, I like the panel sedans. 5.0. This is what, an 85, 88, 89. It's funny because in 88 I was looking at one of these at the Ford dealer. They were blue. They were blue, and they had blue ones and they had red ones. And I ended up buying a Corvette instead. But I always liked those models. Here's a midget race. So 41 midget race car right there. Those things are fast and very cool. And dangerous, but very cool. And we've got a 77 Ford Bronco. This is the last of this body style that started in the 60s. And of course now they became worth a crap load of money. Jeeps, another Jeep Renegade. Let's see, we've got 66 Ford Convertible, a 66 Coupe. I've seen a couple of these at car shows. 59 Willys Jeep FC 170s. And I don't know what they were used for. Maybe they were used for the military. I don't know. Maybe for farming or agricultural use. But they are very cool cars. So 2000 Chevy Monte Carlo Limited Edition Pace Car. 28 miles. So this was one of the last of the Chevy Monte Carlo Pace cars. This was the year that Dale Earnhardt Jr. got killed. Corvair, of course we have a Corvair. We have a Corvair in almost every video that we've ever done. I think it's a rule now. 1944 Deluxe Moonshine replica. Look at the dual quads under the hood and everything else. So it would look stock everywhere else. It would have bigger springs in the back to hold the weight. And Chrysler Firepower dual quad system setup. So 1940 standard. A Ford Galaxy 500 Police Interceptor. So this is a 65 Police Interceptor. It was Bob Sprankle became a plainclothes detective for the Fort Lauderdale Police in 65. He was offered the use of an unmarked car, usually a 4-door or Chevy, but he convinced the chief there should be some unmarked 2-door police cars. And so in April 1965, they ordered this Ford Galaxy 500 2-door, 63 fastback, 4-speed with air conditioning, power steering, and the Thunderbird Special 390 cubic inch engine with cast iron NASCAR headers. He added non-power disc brakes, the Police Interceptor aluminum intake, and mag wheels. This car was driven until 1978, at which time he retired, and in 1999 the car was found in his garage completely intact. So this is an intact Survivor actual 2-door Police Interceptor that was used in Fort Lauderdale. Pretty crazy. Some Army Jeeps there in the back. 95 Cadillac DeVille. Grand Sport. Which stage is this? Is it just it's a standard GS? Stage 1 Grand Sport. And this has the Sun Coupe edition. So it had this, which comes off. Leaked a lot. You didn't see a lot of these last because of that. So, but this is a real Sun Coupe edition. Very rare car. Very rare car to survive. and it's a stage 1. This is not a real Yenko, guys. They say right on it is a Yenko tribute car. It is built to look like a Yenko, built as a Yenko would be built, but it was not a Yenko car. As we walk down, we see a couple more. Here's another one of the 2004 Thunderbirds. Don't see a lot of the Grand Prix, and these were really popular in 72. They were popular in the 80s. A lot of guys love these cars, the Grand Prix, and I don't know what happened to them all. I mean, I don't know where they built that they rusted out, because a lot of people like the Grand Prix. They had a lot of the same stuff as you would see on a Monte Carlo, and people loved them, but I just don't see them anymore. Was it 64 Chevy Impala SS. There's a Nova. What is this? This is a 71 Chevy Nova Resto Mod. If you look in the back, you can see some Volkswagens. Big old Lincoln Continental. Of course, a Cadillac. And you have an 87 Buick Regal Grand National. Everybody's starting to realize how much money these things are now going for. Crazy money, $250,000 money right now. Insane. And then of course you have an Impala station wagon with trips on it. Very cool. It's got the wood grain on it. I wonder what it's got in the back. There's a couple GM, Chevy pickup trucks. What is this thing? This is a very custom car that looks like a train. I have no idea what this is. Paramount Pictures, 1933 Sahara. Nope, Graham Page, built for Paramount Pictures. So this was built for Paramount Pictures. 1929, straight 8 locomotive built for Paramount Pictures. Locomobile, used in conjunction with Publix. The Graham was introduced in the 28. The Depression hit hard. They were able to soldier through, turning it to military production. So this is a Graham Page, but it was built for Paramount Pictures for some reason, and it's not saying why, but it looks like a locomotive. So very cool. Very rare and very strange, but very cool. And Pontiac Fiero. You know, it's rare to see a Fiero in a museum. This is an 85 GT. And it's actually more rare to even find people them running and everything else. But, you know, this is a Fiero. And it's something that I guess fits into the car museums now, just like anything else. There's adding machines, by the way. Carmen Giaz. More adding machines from a, what is that back there? That's an Abacus. Lots of Volkswagens. And then Jeeps. A Navy Jeep. Right here, huh? Let's see, it says 66 on it. And this was from Attack Squadron 66. VA 66. VA 66. Attack Squadron. Doesn't say. 1962. Okay, American Motors Jeep. For VA 66. Which would have been Attack Squadron 66. And we've got a 52 Willys. Military Overland Jeep. And a 1945 military Jeep right here. 45 Willys Overland Jeep. Oh. This is a stretcher, by the way. That's a military stretcher. And here's one of the trailers that would go with it. All kinds of other stuff. Got cash registers here. Lots of Star Wars stuff. Telephones, presidential stuff, a cardboard USS Enterprise, And I think I want to go outside because I think we saw something from the Star Wars trilogy, or Star Wars, I don't know, is it a trilogy? I don't know how many movies, I've only seen a couple, but it looked like a TIE fighter was outside, so we're gonna go and walk and check that out real quick. But that was the whole upstairs. As you can see, folks, this is a really, really cool museum. Look at all these basketball cards, baseball cards as we go back down again. So, got a big ramp here, I guess, to drive the cars up. And it's just fun to see all the golfing memorabilia, baseball memorabilia, sports memorabilia. It's really, I would say this was really made for like just tons of people that have tons of interests. Even look at this, look at these model ships. That's a model of different ships right there. Tons of model ships. And some model airplanes there. Model cars. This is a motorcycle. Let's see, who made this? Brandon Sat PFC. I don't know who made this, but this was made in memorial of a PFC. So they made this very, very cool. All right, let's save. Let's see, is there anything else that we have missed before back here? Nope, that's all. All right, guys, we have seen everything in the building. We're gonna go see the stuff outside. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
So, thanks. And you guys are open every day of the week, or?
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 5, Sunday, 11 to 5.
All right, guys, so if you're on I-95, or I-10, sorry.
I-10.
My brain's fried.
Would you like a brochure?
I grabbed one.
Perfect.
So come in, it's super inexpensive. It's like the cost of a Happy Meal for you and your family. So come in, enjoy everything. They got everything. You got the kids can watch, the girls can watch, look at the dolls, or anybody can look at dolls. Maybe the boys look at the dolls and the girls look at the cars. I don't know. But you got pianos here, golf clubs, everything. You got like your whole vacation in one building. So thank you, guys. So we're gonna go out here and look and see. They got fire engines out here. So there's a fire. Look at the size of that motorhome. That motorhome must be 50 feet long. I don't know if that has anything to do with here, because if you look, there's people camping here. So it looks like there's a campground. So there's a campground here, I guess, which is kind of nice. Maybe they're just staying overnight. I don't know. There's a cool hot rod right over there, Star Spangled Truck. But we're gonna head out here and walk out to this TIE fighter. I think it is. This looks like it's a life-size TIE fighter from Star Wars, because there's now, I don't know if there's police tape or caution tape around it. Maybe they're investigating the pilot for killing all those people in the movies. I'm not sure. But we're gonna go and take a quick look at it. So we'll walk very quickly. All right, so this looks like a TIE fighter to me. You got your gun. You got your window that would be open. It's got the supports. It's not painted black, but It's got its entry part in the back, and it's big because I'm 6'2", and I would have no trouble getting in this thing, guys, and I am 6'2", so I'm 6'2", 256 now. 256 because I've lost a lot of weight in the last couple weeks on my diet, but I could fit in that. So very cool. And I guess that's their workshop for the museum. That's your museum over there. So there's the museum, there's the workshop. And thank you guys. If you like this kind of thing, please let me know. Put some comments down if you like this, or if you don't like this, put some comments down. Please subscribe, ring the bell, watch where you're walking. You don't want to walk in the anthill. There's fire ants here. If you don't know what fire ants are, you haven't lived yet. If you don't know what it's like to get your leg bit up by fire ants, you have not living in the South. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will see what else we can find on this trip, and we will catch you later. Have a great day. Thanks. April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.